All right, so in lesson 4, we're just going to add on to our knowledge of Kodu and give you a last few little tidbits about Kodu before you go on and start exploring and designing your own game for Kodu. So in this unit, in this lesson, your goal by the end of today is to be able to add shooting, add colors, a health bar, some sound, some emotion, and we'll even learn how to add a little healing component into the game as well. So we're essentially going to create a shooting game over the next few videos. And by the end of that, you'll be able to add in all these little extra tweaks and tidbits that a lot of students like to add into their own games to make it really mimic a real game that they've played in the past. So if we move out of the PowerPoints and into Kodu, you'll see I just have a basic screen here, nothing too intense. I'm not going to add too much to it. I'm just going to show you the basics. So first thing we need to do is we're going to program one Kodu to shoot and one Kodu to be shot at so you can see the differences and essentially how you can heal and how you can in fact get shot at and lose points as well. So here you'll see if I click, can add in a Kodu. This one is going to be me. I'm going to make it red because he's going to be the shooter that I control. And then I'm going to create another Kodu and he's going to be blue. So I'm going to be the red one. He's going to be the blue one. I'm going to start by programming myself to actually shoot at another Kodu. So if I left click or right click, and click on program, first I need to program myself to move. So at this point, this should be fairly normal. You click on add the keyboard, add the arrow keys. I'm going to actually move around the keyboard. And then from here, I'm also going to add in move. So here I'm programming myself to move around as the game is going. Then from here, I also want to add in the ability to shoot. So here you'll notice I'm going to make myself shoot a missile when the space bar is pressed. So if I click here, I can do keyboard when I need to go into miscellaneous or letters. I might have to experiment a little bit. Those look like letters. Let's try miscellaneous. When I hit the space button, what I want my Kodu to do is I want him to shoot. So if I click here, I can click shoot, and then I can click a missile. So when I press the space bar, I'm going to shoot a missile, and I can add in a couple different others directions if I'd like. I can say which directions. Maybe I want to say I'm going to shoot my missile forward. So when I press the space bar, my Kodu is going to shoot a missile forward. Then from there, I want to kind of test it out and make sure it's doing what I'm supposed to do. So if I press play, I can move around, then I can shoot, and boom, he disappears. He's hit by a missile, he's done. So I want to change that a little bit because I don't want that Kodu to just disappear right away after one shot. I want to make it a little bit more fun of a game. So first, what I can do is I can actually add in another type of shooting object. So if I right click on me, I want to program him to shoot another type of ammo as well. So if I click on when keyboard, and maybe I'm just going to we'll do miscellaneous, and maybe we'll do the left shift key. So I can have one on the shift and one on the space bar. So if I do the left shift key, I'm going to, again, shoot. This time I'm going to shoot what's called a little blip, and I'm going to shoot that blip forward. So now I have something that's a little bit smaller. I also want to go into my settings, and I want to change this to first show my hit points and my opponent's hit points. So if I click on show hit points, that will show the hit points above my head. I want to change my max hit points to be a little bit more, so maybe I want to increase that to be about 500. Then if I scroll down a little bit, it says blip damage. Well, maybe going down by 5 if my hit points are 500, that's probably okay. Then if I look down to missile damage, I cause 50, that's probably okay. So I think I'm good there. Then I want to reprogram my opponent to do the same thing. So if I right click on the blue one, I need to change his settings as well. I want to make him show his hit points. I also want to make it have 5 points of blip damage and check that it's 50 for missile damage. So here I can see that I can shoot, and now I can press play. I can shoot my missile. You can see that his health didn't change because I forgot to change it. So you can see there he disappeared right away because I didn't increase his health. So if I right click On my Kodu, go to change settings. I need to increase his hit points as well because he disappears after only 50. So now, if I've changed his hit points and I press play, you'll notice I can first press and hit him with flips. I can also press spacebar, boom, and shoot him with a missile with a little more damage. You can see the changes there. Now, if I want to make this a little more challenging, I can program this Kodu further. So I click on my object tool. I can right-click on him, and maybe I want him to move around the screen where he wanders. So if I click here, I can actually say at the very, very start of the game, so skip the when part. Maybe I just want him to wander as an automated computer. Click on do. I'm asking him to move, and I'm asking him to wander around the screen. So now if I press play, notice that he wanders around the screen, and then I need to try and shoot at him. I got him a little bit. Boom. So in the next video, you'll learn a little bit more details about emotions, about how to heal, about how to add in some words if you like. So this video gives you the basics of shooting. The next game, we're going to add in those extra little details.